Hi everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Kenya, and today I want to talk about whether or not you're a toxic parent or caregiver or narcissist. I know that's like a big buzzword. Everybody's talking about narcissism, so I try not to say that word, but it is what it is. Could your narcissist parents or caregiver change? Alright, so I recently started going back to therapy, and this is what prompted me to make this video, just in case someone else is going through the same thing that I'm going through. You know, maybe I could provide some insight and just help you out. So, I made a couple of videos about being raised by my dad, who was a total asshole. Let's be clear, and it used to really bother me and just hurt my soul. But I feel like I'm at a point in life where I am starting really not to care about it anymore. I had very bad childhood trauma, and it has really affected me in my adult years, even with dating, and that could be a whole other video about that, okay? Because I got into that with my therapist recently during our last session, like on this past Thursday. Today is Sunday. So yeah, so my dad, complete asshole, and I would tell him, like, you know, Daddy, I don't like the way that you treat me. And he told me on a couple of occasions, like, if you don't like the way that I treat you, then don't fuck with me. Those were exactly his words. Now, normally if someone tells you, you know, Kenya, I don't like the way you talk to me, like what you said was a little shady, you know, I'll be like, normal people would be like, my bad, I didn't mean to offend you, I will make sure that I don't do that in the future. This is what normal people do, but not my dad. The last time he told me don't fuck with him, I said, you know what, I'm gonna take you up on that advice. And so I went no contact. And at the time I didn't know that the term was called no contact. I just was like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. And so I just stopped speaking to him. I blocked his phone number. You know, I had a lot of childhood trauma, and I feel like he is a part of my old life, and I am on a journey, and I am in my new life, and I can't keep revisiting my old life and people in my old life, even if it's my dad. I'm sorry, but you got to go. You got to go. And so a few years had passed after I went no contact, and he went over to my aunt, which is my grandmother's sister, and his first cousin, which she's like much older than me, to tell them how I don't talk to him anymore. He doesn't know what the problem is, and being all dramatic. And so my aunt is like, oh my gosh, Kenya, your dad is so hurt, you don't talk to him anymore. He was almost crying. I said, well, did he tell y'all that when I expressed to him that I don't like the way that he talks to me or he treats me, that he told me then if I don't like it, then don't fuck with it? How do you talk to your own daughter like that? Like, I am a woman and you're my dad and you're treating me like this. Like, you did not handle me with care at all. Like, I am a girl. I am a woman who had never experienced princess treatment. Like, I am not daddy's girl. Like, there's always been a disconnect. Like, I don't know what it is. But when I would tell my dad, like, you know, bring up things that he did to me, he would be like, oh, I don't remember that. That's his favorite thing. Oh, I don't remember that. You remember it. You remember it. And that's the part that fucked my head up, because I know you remember it, because I'm looking at your body language and I could tell you remember it, but you're going to say you don't remember it. So fast forward to 2020, right? This was during the height of the pandemic. Mind you, lockdown went into effect mid-March, like around March 13th, 2020. He shows up at my door like around May-ish. It could have been June or July, between May and July. And at the time, obviously, we were all at home ordering from Amazon, right? So I order an Amazon package. I don't even like look through the peephole. I don't check my Ring camera. I just open the door because I'm thinking like, hey, this is my Amazon package. It's my dad on the porch talking about, oh, hey, Kenya, how you doing? Did you need anything? But when I was in my 20s and I needed things, you didn't help me. You left me basically for dead to fend for myself. And now at my big age, where I have already established myself, you're asking me if I need anything. But anyway, that was his segue into saying like, oh, can we instead of saying, you know what, I apologize, I'm sorry, can we just like, you know, have a conversation? He asked me did I need anything, and he's like, oh well, can we just talk? Can I like call you? And I'm confused. Like, you're talking to me like we're just buddy like I just didn't, like we've been talking all this time. You know, I'm like, well, you know, we haven't really spoken. He's like, yeah, because things didn't go the way that you say that they went. And like everything, it's all in your head. Now, I'm not sure if he used the verbiage, it was all in your head, but for lack of better words, that is exactly what he said. It's all in your head. I'm like, sir, I looked at him. So you came to my house to gaslight me? You standing on my stoop, my porch? You came here to play in my face, and I'm a grown woman? I was like, so I politely was like, you know what, yeah, I got things to do, I'm gonna go. And I politely closed the door. I didn't even get nasty, and I just went to doing what I was doing. But I say all that to say that a lot of times these toxic parents, these narcissist parents, they don't change. They're stuck in their ways. Either you get with it or get lost. That's my father's attitude. Like, get with the program or get lost. And my dad is very much caught up into appearances and how he looks. So are you really trying to bury the hatchet? You know what I'm saying? Or are you concerned about your appearances? And people are noticing that I'm just on the outside, and now the pressure is on you. I say all that to say that I don't think for the most part that a narcissist can change or a toxic parent can change. I'm sorry, I can't be your supply anymore. And so I just make this video just in case someone is going through the same thing that I've gone through. You know, going no contact, it could be lonely at first, but trust me, you will get over it. You will get over it. 2022 was like my most peaceful year. There was a calmest year for me. I didn't get rich, but it was a happy year for me, I can honestly say. And I want to maintain my mental health. And so this is why I'm taking steps to make sure that my mental health stays intact and I don't fall back into the dark hole that I was in for years. That was not a good place to be, and I rebuke that dark hole spirit. I don't claim it anymore, and I'm moving forward. And so yeah, because of therapy, that was a topic that came up, and I just wanted to share it with you. I'm gonna try to put the links to like previous videos in the description box, because sometimes I'll private these videos because I feel like that's my old life. I don't want to talk about that anymore. But then again, it's like, why not just leave them live because, or active, because someone else could probably benefit from that information as well. So with that being said, I don't want to really be too long-winded. Thank you for coming to kick it with me today, and toodles.